This is Steve Jewin for MMAmania.com. This interview with the barbaric Derek Anderson was recorded on January 10th, 2017. He will be facing Derek Campos on the main card of Bellator 170 Ortiz vs. Sonnen on January 21st, 2017. Without further ado, here's the interview. Steve Jewin, MMA Mania.
All right, Steve, take it away.
All right, barbaric Derek Anderson, man, how are you feeling today?
Pretty good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Now, if you don't mind, I have to go back to your last fight to talk about this fight. So, take me back to what you were thinking on November 3rd when you showed up, ripped, jacked, and ready to go, and then they said Paul Daly was weighing in later. What did you think when you heard that?
I thought he was trying to play a head game with me or something like that, a little kind of disrespect or something, I was going to step in the cage. I was ready to fight no matter what. But, it was just, I wasn't sure what was going on. And then came to find out that he was sick, and I was glad I got my show money either way. And I thought maybe I'd just turn around and fight again real soon after that. But I had myself a whole camp instead to get ready for Derek Campos, and so ready to kick some ass.
Yeah, you did have an extra long camp to get ready for this next fight, but I remember when I interviewed you the last time, you told me the reason you took that Paul Daly fight was they didn't have anybody for you at 155 right then, so kind of ironic that you actually get the lightweight fight.
Yeah, exactly, it actually worked out good, because, 170 is in my future, but I'm a lightweight right now. I'm right there in title contention, and, I want to make my statement and get my belt. And, I'll move up eventually, but I don't need to do that in any hurries because, I need to make some money beating up all these lightweights because nobody's got nothing focused down here.
You still want that fight with Paul Daly then at some point. You still want that to happen.
Yeah, sure. I think his stylistically that matches up decently enough. I'd like to fight. Just as a fighter in general, I'm not gonna look at anybody like they're anything more than I am. So I'm ready to fight anybody. Right now I got Derek Campos. I haven't really been thinking about Paul Daly since they canceled the fight. Really, I was for for a little while because I thought that's what they were gonna still match us up in January, and then they ended up matching up Brennan Ward and him. So then it wasn't my fight, and then my mind got off of it because it was what it was.
Right, and you're focused on Campos now, and it's a great fight for both of you because you're each coming in with 2 straight wins in the lightweight division. Very competitive division, so a third win in a row for either one of you is huge. Yeah,
for sure. I'm ready to get my third win. Sucks I got to take his winning streak down, but that's the name of the game.
Indeed it is. How do you think you match up with him style-wise? It's a completely different fight than just going in there and blasting with a guy like Daly.
Stylistically, I think it's good. He comes forward a lot, and you guys know I go forward a lot, but, that's mostly because I'm just trying to punch the whole time. People get a little worried about that, and they try to go backwards to get away from my punches. So if he wants to come forward, he's going to be right there getting eaten up in the face all night long. I think grappling, he doesn't bring much to the table. I'm very confident in choking him out or anything too, so it's going to be a bad night for him.
There are guys that you fought that are very much disciplined in one style, like Daly. We know he's a striker through and through, but with Campos, he seems to have a little bit of everything. He's got knockout submissions and decisions all in about equal measure. Yeah,
I'm a well-rounded fighter myself, and I think I'm well-rounded and better too. So, anything he's got for me, it's not gonna be good for him. Because I got more for him.
Your record is equally diversified, so can't fault you or argue with that. But now, looking forward from getting this third straight win, breaking his streak, and continuing your streak, who's next for you after that?
I don't think they can hide Chandler from me much longer. I've beaten all these lightweights. I don't think anybody else deserves a shot much more than I do. I think if they wanted to give it to somebody else, then they should fight me first, and so that's who I'll fight. I'll be like a gatekeeper or something like that. But, I'm just trying to get my money, trying to get my belt. who's ever next in line, it doesn't matter. I'll knock them all down.
Well, I know Chandler's been angling for that fight with Josh the Punk Thompson for a while, so would you say that maybe it should be you and Thompson and the winner goes on to face Chandler?
Absolutely.
Seems like a natural then. Hopefully that's the next fight they book, but of course you got to get through Campos first, so how's the training been going? How's the camp been feeling?
It's good. I was working my ass off this whole camp, eating real good, everything, dedicated. I'm ready to fight, man. I'm just, 2 weeks away. Let's do it.
Is it a little harder cut now that you're coming back down to 155 instead of fighting at 170?
Yeah, it was a little bit. My body got used to training heavier for Paul daily, and so my same old diet, because normally I don't even diet too much. I just eat clean, and the weight comes off just from hard work. And I was definitely doing the hard work this camp, but the weight didn't want to come off so much. But finally it's coming off. It's gonna be fine. I don't mind being a little bit big in there. I'm used to that, and hopefully I'll just keep a little bit of power on and could sleep easy.
Going back to the idea of going up to 170, it seems to be a trend of lightweights in general, both in UFC and Bellator, that 155 is a difficult cut for a lot of guys to make. And we just saw Rafael Dos Anjos switch weight classes, and he's a former lightweight champion. So do you think, you said that's in your future, but how far in the future is it?
I want to cultivate some muscle on me real quick because, all I do is fight and run, really. I do my conditioning and stuff, but not that I'm trying to lift very heavy and change my body type too much, but I do want to cultivate my muscles a little more, and I can definitely put some real strength on me a little bit more instead of just being a fat lightweight fighting 170. I can be a mean 170 also. So lifting and stuff like that is going to make it hard and impossible even to make lightweight eventually, and time it all out right so I can get the belt and move up very soon after that.
So the long and short of it then is, if you were fighting at 170 full time, you'd be an even more barbaric Derek.
Absolutely.
Now, speaking of other guys having that weight cut with 170, 155 around that area, we've seen there's been some big trouble for Johnny Hendricks trying to get down to weight, and he's a guy who puts on a lot of muscle. So are you worried that you could put on too much and then not be able to get down to either weight?
No, 170 will be no problem. It's going to be a long time before I put too much muscle on to and have trouble making that, especially because I'm used to cutting a decent amount of weight for making lightweight. So, I just change my formula and do it for 170, and that won't be a problem. It will be hard to make 155 after too long, though.
Understandable. So, what do you feel about the card in general, being this is one of their stacked super cards, and you've got Chael Sonnen and Tito Ortiz in the main event? What are your thoughts being part of that?
It's awesome, man. And I'm glad that that Bellator is giving me the opportunity and the credit as a fighter, and that they want me on this card and on the main card especially. I'm starting to get the recognition I deserve, and I'm very appreciative of that.
Any predictions on that main event? Can you go either way, or do you have to play politics and not take a side?
Tito's a big man. I know that, man. So, Chael's a tough guy, but we got weight classes for a reason. I would say that, and the only guy I see, bouncing up in weight classes is myself, because I'm a fighter. I'm not going to ever count myself out. So, but I'm sure Chael's doing the same thing. He ain't counting himself out. He's ready to fight. He's probably got, some muscle put on him and stuff like that. Tito's a little older. But I think Tito should get it. We'll see. They're both wrestlers. I don't think it's going to be, I think maybe it'll be a nasty wrestling match,
But they did show that one match from back in the college days where Chael actually got him in a headlock and took him down. So there's some precedent for, even though Tito might be bigger, Chael might out wrestle him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that happens too, man. The little guys are all fast, and that's true. I don't know. I don't. Unfortunately, I don't study anybody but my opponent too much. I don't even watch the sport unless I'm fighting or something. So I don't watch anything. So I'm not too educated on either of them. I know what I know from their their careers and stuff like that. But I haven't heard about that video that you were just talking about and stuff like that. So who knows? Maybe the same exact thing will happen. And you know what? Actually, now that kind of sounds more probable now that you say that.
Well, I guess we'll just find out on the 21st because it could go either way on that night. It just depends on who gets the better position. But since you talk about focusing on your own fights, not really studying other people's, did you find any holes in combos when you studied? Not that I'd ask you to reveal them on the air, but did you see something that you were like, man, I got him on this?
Oh, yeah, instantly. Like, I saw, I looked up the tape. Instantly, I saw a bunch of massive holes that especially me will be able to capitalize on.
All right, well, then we're looking forward to seeing that performance here at the big fight in Inglewood at the Forum. It's going to be a fantastic showcase. So before I let you go, as always, I want you to plug sponsors, teammates, any shout-outs you want to give.
I was going to have a bunch of sponsors written down on paper so I could have them all here to say for you, but I forgot to do that. But let's stick with, Good Chairs doing my shorts. They're good. They treat me well. I got therapy crowd salon. They help me recover and stuff. A couple of, just lots of guys help me with my train. Wolfpack, Muay Thai out in Arizona and stuff like that. I go out there for some weekends and get my elevation training on with, he's the best Muay Thai instructor around, Frank Bamford. I got Navarre's boxing. I'm talking my team stuff too most of the time. That's who's there for me the most. Like the guys who, pay me, for sponsorship and help me get through the camp. It's great support, helps me get through everything. I need that. So, I got Nate and Spence. They help me out every time, pretty much. Keep me doing all right, just so I can make it through every fight. I got a lot of good guys behind my back helping me out. You'll see them all 21st on my banner. And hopefully they get the recognition they need. I know JTY Construction has got my shirt for the walkout shirt. It's been consistent now for the last few fights. I gotta get a list here for you guys. Sorry, man. Bloodshot.
Well, they'll be on the banner. When you go out for the fight, they'll be on the banners, so you'll be good to go either way.
Oh, yeah. And,
of course, everybody should follow you on social media at Derek Barbaric.
Yes, sir. Derek Barbaric on Twitter, Derek Barbaric 1 on Instagram, and Derek Anderson on Facebook.
Indeed. So everybody listening right now or reading this interview, go and follow the Barbaric Derek Anderson, and don't miss his fight January 21st at the Forum in Inglewood on the big Tito Ortiz versus Sonnen card. Derek, thanks for the time today.
No worries, buddy. You have a good one.
You too. Thank you.